We are currently having a big ongoing problem in this kingdom. And the problem is disrespect when it comes to our values. Yes, this is about the attitude of some people who work in the British civil service towards the people of this country, towards border protection, and the basic foundation that shaped our sovereignty here as a nation. Now, this story has been going on for a while now. It's not really brand new, talking about civil servants who are politically motivated, who are basically left-wing activists, who are preventing any sort of policy from being implemented that is going to be helping our borders from being protected. Now, over the last few years, we've changed so many Home Secretaries, some good, some bad, some in the middle. Some didn't do much, but some wanted to do some work, and they were still facing a lot of obstacles in the name of international legal obligations over the actual common law that we have in this country and the foundation of our own constitution. There are a number of British civil servants in the Home Office who are now going to be rebelling again, and they have decided to actually work to defend illegal migration and said, well, we are going to be going on strikes, we're going to be taking legal action, we're going to do whatever we can with the support of the trade unions. And this isn't just about junior civil servants, it's actually about senior civil servants, the actual bosses of Whitehall. The FDA union, which represents senior civil servants, have warned that they could also be in violation of the Civil Service Code and open to possible prosecution if they followed a minister's demands to ignore an urgent injunction from Strasbourg banning a deportation. Basically, that means if European judges tell us that we're not allowed to do deportations, and if you listen to your actual elected officials and government ministers that say, well, no, we're going to prioritize our own laws over European judges, no, that's a bad idea. We need to listen to the European courts. Now, over this issue, Downing Street and government spokesperson has come out to actually say matters of international law are rightly a matter for ministers. In the event that the minister decides, in the light of a full policy, operational and legal advice, not to comply with the Rule 39 indication in an individual case, it is the responsibility of civil servants operating under the Civil Service Code to implement that decision. Now, the boundaries of the British Constitution are quite clear. Everybody knows about the rule of law in this country and about the fact that, again, we know that things are difficult now and different now because Tony Blair and the new Labour government decided to make legislations and acts of parliament to essentially force us to listen to almost every decision coming from European judges. But despite that, we must prioritise our own sovereignty. Having said that, the government, this wishy-washy Tory government, are so desperate now that instead of actually tackling the real issue, they're coming up with more gimmicky, nonsensical ideas. Yeah, this is about the new idea. It's not necessarily new, but they're pushing it again to voluntarily ask illegal migrants to voluntarily leave the country by bribing them, giving them about £3,000 to go back to the original countries. This is the craziest thing ever. So, migrants to be paid thousands to move to either Rwanda or the original countries under this new voluntary scheme. Okay, that means an illegal migrant who has paid thousands of pounds to people smugglers to come to the UK, they get here and the government says, well, we're not going to be able to obviously deport you. What we're going to do is, would you like to take this £3,000, for example, and go back or go to Rwanda? That makes no sense. If I were to spend more money to get here, why would I take a little bit money and go back to my country? Yes, under this voluntary returns scheme, they can currently receive a financial assistance worth up to £3,000 to return to their country of origin. Up to, by the way. It's absolutely chaotic. Why would I even take it? This is just desperation. And they're going to say, well, a few people have taken the voluntary scheme. That means we are winning. No, we're not winning. More people are coming on a regular basis than those who are actually accepting this bribe. Clearly, this means while the British civil servants, a number of them are becoming obstacles and essentially traitors to British sovereignty, we also have this government to deal with who are completely clueless. And they are almost acting as traitors themselves because we still have senior Tory politicians coming out to say, yeah, we want to tackle illegal migration, but we actually still need more mass economic migration. What's the point at this point? Nobody cares. You have to actually focus on what people want. Now, we get close to the election, they're going to come out with some very sexy policies to promise you that migration will be controlled. Do you believe them?